Yeah. This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Let's go!
Hi, everybody.
Hi. G'day.
We had Matthew Pavlich on the show today.
We did. We gave him some dating advice. Can you believe that?
More importantly, he asked for it, which
Yeah,
is
that's interesting.
madness.
Ladies, are you looking for a way to make some extra money? Well, grab a bottle and get your norks out because we've got an idea for you.
We also have a discussion about when you've thrown away something very important.
Oh, yeah. And people that got paid for doing bugger all.
Yeah, is it worth spending $5.50 on a loaf of scone toast?
We answer all the big questions here at Nova.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Bit of a issue with one of my mates, one of my son's mates. So I'll get this.
Can
clear.
I just say, knowing this story, that's the biggest understatement of the year.
Bit of an issue.
A couple of my older son's mate were working on a big boat, and they were just helping out. And when you're on those big boats, you know they come into the jetties really fast. Sometimes you got a lot of ropes to do, and it can be dangerous at times.
Yeah.
Got to be able to tie a knot.
Yep, all of it. And so a couple of blokes were on the front of this boat just over the weekend, and they come in hard to the jetty, and on the rope section, one of the guys got one of the ropes caught around his fingers, and you wouldn't believe it ripped his fingers off.
Oh, my God, that's horrific.
Ripped his fingers off from the whole finger or part of the finger?
I think a
like
good
from
chunk
knuckle
of
up?
2 fingers. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the complete
Was
down
it
to
the
the
peace
ring.
signs or the
Do we know
ring in
which
the middle?
fingers?
I think it was the two the
So ring
finger.
finger and middle finger.
Because as long as it wasn't the peace sign.
Yeah, I know.
Or the up yours sign.
Yeah.
Because that's important to have.
Oh, wow. He lost his finger. Straight
Yeah.
away, the fingers got ripped off. And one of my Lachlan's mates, he picked up those fingers because he's working side by side with
Yes.
his mate.
And he went, oh, my
good on
God,
him.
your fingers, and picked
Yeah.
them up, and then put them on ice and took him to hospital.
No, he threw him into the water. His reaction.
That's
Like
the wrong
this.
answer.
Yeah, exactly. He picked them up, screamed, threw them in the water.
Well, now they're fish fingers.
Ring your bell.
Don't you just... Because I would have thought in your mind you'd go, Nathan's lost his fingers.
Yes.
I've
Yeah,
seen
but
it happen.
Sean,
I grabbed them and I put them on ice. And
How
exactly
many
said
of
that.
us have been in a scenario where we've had to pick up someone's fingers? We don't know how we
No,
react.
you don't know.
Oh, you'd
We
like to
don't
hope
know.
you'd have seen something on ER along the journey.
Can
but
I tell you right now, in the history of people throwing away someone else's stuff,
That's
I don't
pretty
think
bad.
anyone has ever thrown away anything as bad as your fingers.
so.
Into the ocean. It was fine if it was into the street. You
Yeah,
can go and pick
or
them
into
up.
the bin.
Once they're in the ocean,
Yeah.
do severed fingers float for a bit? Do they
Until the
sink?
seagulls come down and get them.
Oh, then and there's like, it's not a chip.
Or sharks.
Or a shark or a fish.
Or fish. Yeah, that's not good at all, is it?
It's not a great
no.
outcome. We're sorry to that guy.
Whatif.com is all about helping Aussies make the most out of every holiday. And now's the time to unapologetically holiday bigger and better than ever before.
Jump online or on the What If app and book your getaway today.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
We're discussing when somebody threw something away of yours and you're really annoyed because it was something quite important, like
two of your fingers.
Like 2 fingers.
Two of your fingers. Into
Panic under
the
pressure,
ocean.
everyone.
Into the ocean.
June's in Armidale. Good morning, June.
Morning.
Hi, June.
Oh, June, what happened?
So I used to own a shop, and when we closed, I had about $18,000 worth of wholesale stock, art, craft, gift, new age,
Yeah.
Yep.
the whole lot. And my children decided while I was in Bali that they would clean out my shed and throw everything away, about 11 trailer loads of it.
How much
Yeah.
worth? How much worth?
18 grand. That's
18,000.
wholesale.
18 grand.
And you could
Wholesale.
have sold that stuff on eBay.
Yep. And then I went and saw a counsellor because I was so devastated and couldn't stop crying.
Yes.
She tapped me on the knee and said, oh, my God, I don't know what to say. I'd be devastated too.
Oh, so that was the counsellor who's supposed to make you feel better about it.
Yep. Absolutely gave me nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, how
And my
traumatised
kids,
are you in the first place? That
Joan,
you go down that path?
and what about your kids?
they just can't understand. I still bring it up. And they're like, Mum, get over it. You
How
didn't
long
use
ago
it.
was it?
About 10 years now,
Yeah,
but
it
I'm
still
still
stings.
devoed.
Yep.
Yep.
course
Yep,
you
absolutely
still
devoed.
devote.
Because also it's $18,000 that they
Wholesale.
threw
And
away
also,
of yours.
think about it, right? So all this is a lot of craft stuff, and June.
Yeah.
Yep,
Doesn't
all
have-
new stuff.
It doesn't have an expiry date.
No, that's right.
It's not like it's
No.
food or perishables.
No.
This stuff
No.
is like
It could be worth more now.
it could be worth more now, Sean. Yeah, Shaun.
That's
you
all
know
I've
what?
got.
Because
felt 10 years ago was sought
well,
after.
during COVID, there was a craft boom, and craft supplies were in short
June,
supply.
you would have made so much money during COVID.
No,
But you didn't because your kids threw away
threw it away.
all your stuff.
Yes, they thought they were doing me a favour by cleaning out my shed.
Yeah.
Right,
So you got your bank account.
All right, let's go to Stephanie in Alkimos. Hi, Steph.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, Steph.
Great,
We're
Steph.
talking about, someone throwing something away of yours, like, that you need, like 2 of your fingers.
What happened?
It was the top of my thumb.
Oh, we've got another digit.
What do you mean?
Okay, so run us through the whole scenario. What happened?
So as kids, my cousin and I, we were running in the back door and out through the front door, slamming the doors behind us, thinking we were having a great time. But in the UK, they have metal draft excluders on the doors.
Yes.
And so I'd slam my thumb in the door, like at high speed, so not even realise. So we're running and saying, hey, look at this blood on the floor, keep following it. So we're running around in circles and then realised, obviously,
That it was
that
coming from
me.
you.
Oh, so you were chasing the trail of blood, but it was you.
Coming from you.
How many circles
How
did
many
you do,
laps?
Steph?
Probably 2.
You know what? That's too many.
That's right.
Yeah, so then my mum sort of bundled me in the car and rushed me across the road where we had like a medical service, a clinic.
Yep.
And the first thing they said was, do you have it? Do you have the top of her thumb? And she was like, oh, no, it's at home somewhere. So she came back, and in the meantime, my auntie had cleaned up all the blood and thrown away my thumb.
What do you do then? Do you get it out? Do you brush it off?
Yeah, get it out of the bin. Did you now
I
have a
did.
little stumpy thumb as a result?
My mum did, and she got it out the bin and it's thrown back on. But I do have a very funny looking thumb, yeah.
Well, you just pull it out of the bin and go.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Run it under the tap. Amazing.
That's pretty important to
Would
throw
you
out.
rather lose 2 fingers
Yep.
or 1 thumb?
If you're losing the
Okay.
whole thumb, so you can't
All right,
oppose.
so let's talk about the whole thumb, right? So the 2 fingers he lost, right? So if that was the middle finger and the ring finger, right? So would you rather lose 2 or the thumb, which is an opposable thumb,
Yeah.
which is very.
No, I'd keep my thumb.
I think
your
I'd
thumb.
keep my thumb and lose 2 fingers,
and then just
So
not
she
be able
always
to
doing
get
that in the
married
crowd.
because you haven't got a ring finger.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're
Got the
like
rock side.
that rock
Rock
like
god.
Yeah.
yeah.
Always.
Go to heaps of just concerts.
But whereas if you
That
lose
guy
your thumb, you
got
can't do that. You can't do a shaka.
No,
Do you
there's
get
a lot of
special
things.
parking if you lose 2 of your fingers?
No.
Oh, is that 2 of your legs?
2 of your legs, yes.
Okay. I think
Thanks,
I'd rather
everybody.
just lose 2 fingers.
Okay, I'm glad you narrowed that down.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We're talking about when somebody throws away things that are very precious.
Like your phalanges.
That'll do it. My dad told me this story about my brother on the farm. So mum and dad were up in Perth for a few days. My brother decided to have a bit of a clean up.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And
Yes.
he burned, built a bonfire
Yeah.
Yes.
and burned all of the diaries that my dad had meticulously written from 1966, which is when they first moved to Esperance. So their farm records, rainfall records, everything. So for every day he could go back and go, let's see what happened on the 25th of September in 1972, and go, yeah, and there's an entry for every day. So what he did that day, what the farming activities, if they moved cattle from one, so the entire history of
Why
the
did he
farm.
burn them?
And my brother burnt them all.
Oh, he burnt them because Esperance doesn't have an office works and he couldn't get a shredder.
That's right. Yeah, so he was like, these are just boxes
old
of these
books of
things
dad
just sitting
stuff.
around. Yeah, we'll
What
just
did
chuck
your
it.
dad do?
Wasn't happy.
Oh, God, I've been
wasn't happy.
devastated.
It's the entire history of the farm.
Oh, my God.
I know. Isn't that just
Wow.
handwritten?
That's pretty important.
Mate, yeah, it
Literally
is.
burnt memories. Rachel's in Bull Creek. Hi, Rach.
Hey, go, guys!
Oh, Rach.
Rach, love your energy. Now, what
nice.
happened?
Well, me and the kids, the hubby used to drive up north in the truck, so me and the kids decided we'd give him a good Father's Day present when he gets home and clean up the shed for him.
Oh,
We got a mass trailer load of crack, took it to the shed. Anyway, one of the kids said, what about these old batteries, Mum? I said, no, toss them out. Anyway, so he's gone to use these cordless drills, no battery. And
Still had all the drill batteries.
yeah, a drill battery's gone, all his electrical stuff that he needed gone. But the thing that we never get to live down, 22 years on, and he still goes on about his stupid speed skate.
So was he a speed skate champion?
He loved speed skating, and like when we were together, I think we took the kids roller skating once. and then it was rollerblades. Come on, we're not in the 70s anymore.
And
honey.
also, you know, rollerblades are for gay men.
So you're talking like the proper roller skates with 4 wheels, not roller blades, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
That are
talking about the proper speed
built-
skates that look
built
like
for
footy
speed.
boots.
Yeah, okay.
Built for speed.
So
Oh,
you're
yeah,
singing-
he was
singing
a
around
Were
the
you
velodrome.
aware of his speed skating prowess?
Yeah. I'm like,
Married him
to
anyway,
go
Nat.
skating and do the good old snowball. But, you know, tell me where there's a rollerblade where you do speed skating.
So wait there, Rachel. When
There'll
you,
be
when
one.
you-
Yeah, there's one
Rachel.
in O'Connor.
Yeah. And in Kalgoorlie, they got an amazing one.
Yeah.
Rachel, when you fell in love with him, was he an active speed skater back then?
No, well...
Because that's
he always
on
wanted
you.
to go skating, but I never did want to go skating. And thank
Oh, you
goodness
just
I
rejected
did.
that entire part of his life and identity.
You know why? Rachel didn't want to fall in with that skate crowd.
You're a fast crowd, Nathan. Oh, Rachel, 22 years later, can't live it down. Thank you. Althea, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Althea.
Althea, what got thrown out that made you a bit angry?
My bed.
Oh,
The
tell us
one
more.
My
that
bed.
you currently slept
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, the thing that, you know, you rest and recharge. Yep, that's the one.
What was the
happened?
scenario?
So I went travelling to the UK when I was 21 for 9 months and said to my parents, do you want me to get rid of it? Like all my furniture, you know, I don't want to burden you. And they're like, no, it's okay. We'll put it in the spare room. We'll look after it for you whilst you're gone.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, thanks. So, away for 9 months, come back and obviously was like, you know, I'll go back to my parents for a week or so till I can get myself sorted.
Yeah.
And I walk into their spare room and there's all of so it was part of a set, like there was a bedroom, like a bed, the bedside tables, other bits of furniture, all
Chest of
matching.
drawers,
They were
yes.
all there, but no bed.
No bed.
And
That's
I turned to my parents and I was like, where's the bed? And they were like, oh, we sold it.
We sold
Sold
it.
it. How much did they
I was
make?
like, where's the money? And they were like, oh, we use that.
We spent
and I was
it.
like,
You can't sell one part of a
so I had
set.
to sleep on the
know.
couch.
It was a bedroom
That's just
suite.
slept on the couch.
You slept on the
Althea.
couch.
That's a stitch up.
Yep. And then I was like, well, you know, I think it's fair that maybe we go bed shopping.
Yeah, and you buy me a bed.
Well,
And
they
did
couldn't. They
Yeah.
couldn't. They'd spent the money.
Did they
So-
go for that?
So it took me the best part of a month, but I did convince my dad, and he was like, all right, yeah, fair play. You
Wow.
probably need
Right.
somewhere to sleep.
I would have
All right.
thought so.
Unbelievable.
Althea, thank
mate.
you.
Outrage.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun.
Time to catch up with Freo's finest. That is Matthew Pavlich. You can watch him nightly on Channel 9 News or on the weekends, obviously, with the footy as well. Come in, Pav.
Hey guys, good morning. How are you?
Hi,
Wonderful.
Pav. We're crossing live to you. Where are you now?
I am driving in my car. I've just dropped the kids around school, so I'm sort of heading towards my little office that I've got. But I've got a question actually off the top this morning for you three, learned human beings.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Ready.
So date night. Date night, Lauren and I are considering date night this week. I've just sort of got a question around what is appropriate for date night. Give us some
Well, two of
things
us
that
are out of this
Oh,
conversation.
Yeah, so
This is very important. I threw it out to Megan last night. We're having dinner. I said, everyone wants to see Top Gun. I want to see She's a Top Gun fan, right? I said, how about we go to the movies? And
how'd that go?
Well, she reckons you got to do it on the weekend where there's got to be food and drinks beforehand.
Has to-
go to
have to make
Lux.
an event.
But why can't you go to like splash
Make-
out a bit and go to Lux or
make
go to
an
golf
event of
club
it.
and have food and drink brought to your chair?
Okay, if you go to the movies, you've got to go out for dinner afterwards.
Do you have to?
Because
Who
date
made those
night
rules?
is about spending quality time together, and you're not really spending quality time together if you're sitting in seats next to one another, staring straight ahead at a
That
movie.
is the best date night ever. No conversation,
No,
just
so
looking
this
ahead.
this is the point, right? So surely this is exactly Lauren and I are going to go and see Top Gun, but I'm a bit in both camps here. I'm just trying to work out exactly where I sit on the issue.
Okay, well,
Is it quality? Is it quality time if you do go and watch a movie together, or do you need to add in as you're saying that, definitely add in the drink or dinner because
There's got to be
you're right, you're not
face-to-face
really having the
conversation.
chat.
Yes.
Oh, that doesn't have to be. You speak to this person all the time.
No, but it's date night. That's the point of it. It's that you're touching
You don't
base
talk to them a lot.
and getting in
I'm
touch
with
with
you,
your feelings
Shaun.
without the children being around.
No, I'm with you, Shaun.
Look at Amy
I
Amy
think
nodding.
certainly the midweek's acceptable, right? That's definitely a
Of course
thing.
it is.
I actually think it's a and it's even better that midweek you get the chance to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Go
Yes.
kids, Shawnee, you
I
got to
agree.
get that little circuit
Hey.
breaker. But the bit that I think a movie is acceptable, and just the movie alone.
Pav, what about
I
this?
think-
What
I
about
mean,
this?
that's-
Go to Karen Up Shopping Centre, right? Okay, go to Karen Up Shopping Centre and then go to the cinema there. Now, go book a seat in D-Box, right? And our D-Box, the chairs shake and move. And that's really funny because the person you're with, you're always laughing at them and you're connecting during the movie because you're going, what the hell is this about? Then after that, just take a stroll into Archie Brothers where you can have a bit of a drink, maybe something to eat, and then you can play some silly games while you're in there. Or perhaps go into a panic room, which seemed like a nice, relaxing thing to do. with your spouse.
Do you mean escape room?
Escape room,
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
Sorry, Shaun calls them panic rooms when he's in the room with Megan.
We've got a couple of those at home, Lauren.
Separate, obviously. Yeah.
Hey, Pav, it's been a big morning in sport, actually. Novak Djokovic has been beaten by Rafael Nadal in the quarterfinals.
Wait there, can we just
Yes,
say,
I'm getting there.
Settle down.
Pav,
Pav, we are watching it in the studio. It's on Stan Sport, right? And we had to use Nathan's account. Now, Nathan's got an account for every streaming service.
yes, I do. I'm proud to say, Pav. Anyway, but I do not subscribe to any sports packages. I know. Don't drive your car off the road.
He's worried about his algorithm being stuffed
So, no. What I'm worried about more is they made me sign up for the package. So right now, Amy had to take a screenshot of the date to make sure that I can pull out on the 6th day
'Cause it's a
7-day
7-day
free trial.
Yeah.
Or else I'm going to be charged
Nathan-
$10 a month for this.
Nathan, can we tell you
bullshit.
something else?
What?
That once we turned it on,
What?
the match was over. This is on delay.
Are you joking? So this is on the internet.
Yeah.
So I signed up for this for nothing?
Yes.
Yeah.
The beauty is you get to watch, you get full access to KO's wide range of sports from now on.
No.
This is Stan, so you don't even
I
get
don't want
that.
Stan. I don't want K. I don't want any of it.
You get Super Rugby, you get probably the World Cricket coming
No,
up. You've got
Pat.
all these great things to look forward to, mate.
And you know what, Pav? This brings me to a further thing that we were discussing this morning. And I said to Shaun, I just think it's ridiculous that you have to pay for Stan and subscribe to a $10 a month sports package to be able to watch this match. And then it brings us to the whole thing about paying to watch TV, like sport.
Well, nine Gem would have had it on live, wouldn't they?
Well, wonderful.
Did
Well,
they?
what a wonderful station and how generous. I mean, why would you work anywhere
This
else?
is what we do. This is what we do for the community.
Yeah.
We
But-
provide minutes
Yeah,
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Because, I mean, just to
Subscription
me, I'm
Yes.
like, paying for sport to me is insane.
Yes, I understand.
Well, look,
but-
and this is why this TV rights deal for the AFL is going to be huge. There's negotiations at the moment. You heard in sort of reports about a month or so ago
Yeah.
that Gil McLaughlin headed across to the US. They were meeting with Paramount. They were meeting with Disney. They were
Yeah.
meeting with some of the big streaming global entities that are around, because I think there is talk that yes, there'll be a certain amount that will be free to air, as has always been the case with AFL and particularly cricket. And no doubt that our local broadcasters will want a certain amount of it still to be free to air, which I think is critical to your point, Nathan. But it's getting more and more that you are probably going, if you're streaming something anyway, why not pay a few extra bucks if you're keen to watch the footy or the cricket?
I mean, it
or in
already
your
happens
case,
with
the
Foxtel.
tennis.
Well,
Yeah,
it's,
I get that.
well, it's
Yeah. I just
interesting
think
at
it's
the moment,
ridiculous.
Pat,
Yeah.
because you named those streaming services. In your mind, in my mind, certainly, you don't link them at all with being able to see if you were to watch the AFL on the weekend, but you've got to go through Disney. It just doesn't kind of compute that it would make
Isn't
sense.
it any
but-
different to when, like, the Dockers game is delayed coming into Perth, and if you want to watch it live, you've got to go on to Foxtel or KO to watch it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but you
guess
know
it's the
what?
same thing,
But
yeah.
the thing is, if you're watching, say, the Eagles versus the Tigers on Disney, you would actually think it's going to be an eagle and a tiger.
And a musical.
Some sort of supernatural battle, yeah.
So,
I think,
Pat, yeah, you go,
I
mate.
think it's. I mean, it sounds as though it's going to be as fragmented as ever, Shorty. So, in the sense that, at the moment it's been sort of Fox and Seven host. There's a certain amount free to air. There's a certain amount that sits on Fox and KO, and they've shared that pretty well over the last 10 years or so. It feels as though it's going to be something where there's going to be even more fragmentation in the market, or someone like a Disney or a Paramount or a big streaming service says, no, we want the whole thing and you're going to have to pay for it, which you think then if that happens, they might have to do a deal locally with the three networks here. I don't know. It's a really interesting thing to play out. Paramount and 10 have obviously got all the soccer rights.
Yep.
So that's the thing that's playing out at the moment. I'm not sure how well that deal has landed for them in terms of viewership and eyes on TV watching soccer. There's a bit going on with the Aussies trying to qualify for the World Cup, so not great timing there for Paramount and 10. But, really interesting time, all this.
Well, hopefully with the first thing you said, and that is someone just tries to buy the whole lot, because otherwise you're going to have 3 or 4. I mean, it's fine for me, but you're going to have all the streaming services and paying them for the same time.
What if one network says, we just want Collingwood matches?
No,
is that possible?
But name the network.
Eddie TV.
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I think, and that's the KO motto, right? You pay you $20 a month or whatever it is, and you do have all the access to every single AFL game effectively when you want. There's mini games in terms of highlights, and then you get the F1. You get lots of other opportunities, which Nathan, I know you just sit there.
He's all over it.
Yes, I loves it.
I cannot wait, Pav. I cannot wait to cancel this 7-day free.
But we didn't need.
You guys didn't. You are monsters.
Like Shaun was giving the result in the news, and Harry would just turn up the volume.
Hey! I don't watch sport. I don't listen to sport.
That would have been a popular victory over there, wouldn't it? Rafa beating.
I know.
Victory around the world.
Yeah, the Joker just walked off. He wasn't happy at all, so he's gone into the showers and off he goes. Hey, Pav, we're running out of time, mate. We really appreciate you. We helped you out this morning with the date night.
You did?
So. Yeah.
Well, I think we came to a resolution that a movie is officially a date night.
Yeah, but you've got to add on. There has to be added value to the movie.
Yes, Pav. We operate the same.
Mate, don't you want a woman's opinion on this?
Yeah, a single woman.
No.
I was like, no, I don't.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
So yesterday we were talking to Gemma Ricks, who plays Elsa from Frozen.
That's right, the musical,
She's great, looking forward to it coming to Perth. Yeah. I've already seen it.
And then afterwards, Shaun, gets stuck into the financials of people that are in musicals, and you're sort of querying, can people make a living being attached to a musical?
I actually thought, and this is, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I thought if you're in the musical scene, it's because you can't make it probably in the movies or something. I was kind of thinking down that track.
But not every movie sings.
No.
So, you've
it's
got
talent. I love it. I reckon it's fantastic. I don't love going to music. This is one of my
musicals aren't my jam either. I didn't get that, Gay Jean. I'm just like, shut up and say it.
But I wondered if they made any money, Nath. I hope.
And then we're people like Gemma Ricks will be doing quite well. But there are people in the chorus or someone at the back that's like a tree.
It's probably,
they're hand to mouth.
And they're working hard because they're in almost every scene in different costumes.
Yeah, their parents want them to stop and get another job. There is some attached to that. And then so then Ruby, who works with us here. Hello, Ruby.
Hey.
So Ruby, you might know her from TV shows as Mel.com.
I can't believe you.
But also, Ruby used to be the sidekick to a mean girl in Saddle Club.
No, Sleepover Club.
Oh, sorry, the Sleepover Club. Sleepover Club.
Different club, Nathan.
Sleepover Club.
This is the Sleepover Club. This is the theme.
Yeah.
And Ruby, you got paid for a week of work. Why don't you tell everyone what happened?
Yeah, so being the mean girl sidekick, I didn't have a huge role in the show, not like the bunch of the Sleepover Club girls. And one week, I was required to cough and say sorry, and I got paid for the full week.
So here's Ruby's performance from that week.
Ew, Caitlin, you sneezed on my hair. Sorry. If I catch a cold and die, I'm coming back to watch you.
Okay, that's a week's worth of
and she got paid the same as everyone else.
So you sneezed and said sorry.
Yeah,
that's
you got paid the same as everyone else.
Still talks about it now.
She sneezed and said sorry.
And there are people that were in every scene and had to learn heaps of lines and everything.
6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah. And you got paid the same as them.
Yeah, just wandered in and out that day.
If you like the sound of her work and you think, oh my God, she's my favourite actress, Ruby Hall, everybody. Check her out on IMDb. And really, she comes into her own when she's one of the stars of Mel.com.
That's true.
Tell everyone quickly about Mel.com.
Oh, Daisy. Yeah. Daisy's a psycho, though.
And played Daisy.
And what was the...
So it's a kids' sitcom, a comedy, and basically our dad is a robot, but he's
Sorry, you lost
Yeah,
me.
it's really.
Sorry, you lost me, but you got Nathan.
Yeah, that's right. David is on board.
He's a
It's
TV
so good.
presenter,
Yeah.
robot, but no one knows, and we're a
Yes.
bunch of kids, orphans that live with him. Yeah, really.
That doesn't sound weird at all.
Well, I mean, should they be putting orphans with an
The
experimental robot? What department did that? Was
so
an episode on
wacky.
that?
Child protection.
So we were talking about how some people will get paid for doing bugger all.
Very little.
Harry.
Harry, turn your mic on.
Oh,
Harry's going to talk about his job right now.
tell around, Nathan. Bugger all for. Okay. I showed up to MC a hockey event one day, really
Yes.
hungover, I might add, with another guy who was going to MC as well. Then Mark McGowan shut the state down because there was one COVID case, and I got sent home full pay. Full pay.
So you rocked up to get told to go home and got paid for it.
Yep.
And got paid the same as the guy who had to stay behind an MC.
For 6 hours.
So you didn't even have to sneeze and say sorry.
Not at all. Not
That's
at all.
a rort.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun in podcast form.
So we're talking about getting paid for doing bugger all, and I just want to take us back to when we did an appearance at the Telstra store on the day that William and Kate got married.
Yes.
There was us, Chris Marston,
Yes.
Yep.
And I think Aaron Sandler.
Aaron
Aaron
Sandlands,
Sandlands, and then there was the staff at the Telstra store, and we
One lady came by with her daughter and
And that
then
was
came
it.
back later with her daughter because she felt sorry for us because there was nobody there.
And that was, and then that was just the rest of us were just talking, and then when we left, they gave us an iPhone each.
It's true.
It is true.
That was, I actually felt embarrassed that day.
So we're
But I
talking
took
about
it.
Yeah,
getting
of course I
paid to
took
do bugger all. Alex, hello.
How's it going, guys?
Wonderful,
Well,
Alex.
What happened?
So it was beginning of the year when it was a bit stormy, and I'm a tree lopper, so I cut trees for a living.
Yep.
And my boss got a call from the council saying, "Hey, there's a tree across the road. We need you guys out there ASAP to get the tree off the road." So he calls me. It was Sunday afternoon. Calls me up. I was like, "Yeah, no worries. I'm on my way." Got to the yard, grabbed all the trucks and the equipment we needed. Drive out. It was about half an hour drive out because it was like in Bullsbrook, so
Yep.
pretty far. Got there and the tree's done. The tree's like off the road already. So we're like, all right, then turn around, go home, done.
And that was it, and you got paid.
Yeah, I got paid 3 hours minimum when it only took us about an hour worth of
To drive
driving
there and
Yeah,
drive
yeah,
back
okay,
again.
get the gear
So
and drive there.
had a
Right.
local just got their chainsaw out and sorted it out. Is that what
Yeah,
happened? Yeah.
I reckon a reason got the bobcat out and pushed it out of the way.
How was the sending the invoice? Away we go.
Oh, we did. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. What a rort.
How much do
Yeah.
tree loppers make, Alex, an hour? What do they charge?
It depends. How much they charge the council
Yeah.
for a crew of 3 people and all their machineries and all. It's about $200 to $300 an hour
Yeah,
on a
on a
normal
Sunday.
day, on a weekday.
Yeah.
Right.
So on a Sunday,
I was
yeah.
saying
Sunday.
nothing about
Sunday will
the
be
tree lopping
double
industry.
that
Double.
or time and a half.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate, you should. Wouldn't you just be out chopping trees out the night before if you want to have a good day? Right
Yeah. It's weird, all these trees that are falling down. when
around
there's
where
no wind.
Alex lives. That's so strange.
Thanks, Alex. Tash is in Atwell. Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi, Tash.
Did you get paid for doing bugger all, Tash?
So my partner got COVID just as I started a new job, and I started on the Wednesday, but they didn't want me to come in, so they still honoured my start date, but told me to stay home for my first swing, so I do 8 and 6. So yeah, I stayed home for 8 days doing nothing.
So, and you
And
hadn't
then you
even
had 6.
started your job yet.
And then you had the 6
6
days
days
as
off.
well.
Yeah.
And then I had 6 days off after that, and then started work the following week.
You got paid for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I've been paid for all of it.
Was that so much fun?
Yes.
Because she's not the one that had COVID.
No, and they told
No,
me to stay
I didn't
home.
even. Yeah,
You
I
didn't even get
have
it?
Tash,
Yes, so I just got over it now. So I've
Right.
been working from home for my second thing.
I've never experienced this workplace saying "Stay home, Nathan."
Yes.
Well, we can't wait for that day.
I cannot wait for that
Magical.
day.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Shaun.
We are talking about when you've done a bugger all and got paid handsomely for it.
We wouldn't know about that. No one works harder than us. We've checked.
Danielle, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Good, Danielle.
Danielle.
Okay, did you get paid for doing basically nothing?
Yeah, I've been paid about $5,000 for referral fees for putting people's name down to the building company that I built with. So every time I refer someone and they put my name down, as long as they go ahead with the build, I get $1,000.
Oh!
So all you're saying is, hey, my builder was good, you should give them a go. And if they give them a go, you get paid $1,000.
Yeah, and as long as they go through to like whatever stage it needs to be, I get $1,000. So I've earned over $5,000 so far doing that.
Danielle.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about
Danielle, you have all of Perth listening right now.
I know, it's great. It just pops in my bank account and it's like magic money.
No, see, you just missed your opportunity. I meant that you should have said how good your builder is right now. Everyone just quote Danielle.
It's great, yeah, my name's Danielle, put my name down.
Yeah. Well, that's a good score. I like that.
Oh, well done.
Wow, $1,000 a pop. That's exciting.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
You wouldn't care if the builder was terrible, would you?
Nah, you just keep throwing it
Her
up.
house is falling down around her ears, but she's got $5,000 in the bank.
Mate.
Kieran's in Burns Beach. Morning, Kieran.
Good morning. How you going?
Good, Kieran. Did you get paid for doing bugger all?
Yeah, well, this was many years ago. We're actually working down in the Bass Strait on an oil rig, and we weren't actually staying on the oil rig. We were actually getting choppered back to Burnie in Tasmania every night. So. So this particular Friday night, we finished our shift and we got on the chopper and flew back to Burnie in Tasmania. But unbeknownst to us, there was actually a fuel leak on the chopper.
Yes.
So when we got back to Tasmania, they actually grounded it and shut the chopper down. So because this was an English company who owned the chopper, they had to get the part to replace it from the UK. So we were stood down for about 5 or 6 days in Tasmania on full pay. Basically, it was a long weekend as well in the UK, so it was actually it got stretched out and blown out.
Oh.
So everyone's on 12-hour days, everyone just was like partied and hired cars and traveled around Tasmania and just went AWOL for a week.
Kieran, didn't that make you think, okay, well, I mean, now we know what to do, and then like at the dark of night, get up into the chopper blades and remove a screw or something?
You'd want to know what you were doing, wouldn't you? Otherwise you're plunging into Bass Strait.
Just casually when you're up in the chopper next time with the guy, just go, what sort of things here would be bad?
Yes.
But you wouldn't
So
die
it wouldn't
from.
go down, yeah.
And just get to casually talk about it and go, no worries.
Exactly. It would have been good if people didn't go AWOL. They couldn't find everyone for 5 days. Everyone was scattered around Tasmania just partying.
Do they? We're coming back.
Isn't that amazing, right? So for so many people, being on a chopper is like such an exciting experience.
Yes.
Was being on a chopper for you just like catching a cab, Kieran?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, like getting on the bus to work.
After a while.
Did you get any dodgy conditions though, Kieran? Because I know you're travelling out in the sea.
Yeah,
so.
it's pretty wild weather out there.
Yeah, Bass Strait can get pretty hairy. Also in the northwest, whenever they have the cyclone season and that sort of thing, they've got to get you out of there quick. That can be pretty hairy at times as well. So
Man.
Yeah, it has its moments.
I would rather be on a chopper that's going down than a plane that's going down.
You think you can escape a chopper?
I think I can escape a chopper.
And especially as Kieran, you would have done the training, wouldn't you, of how to get out of a chopper that's ditched into the water?
Yeah. It's a prerequisite before you
Whereas,
get
we don't do that training in the plane.
So Kieran, I'm guessing one of the part of the training is when you open up the door, don't jump up.
Exactly, yeah. Unless you're upside down in the water.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Headline, some men are disgusting.
Oh, okay.
Some?
I think so. A US woman, right? Her name's Steph Maddow. She's 31. She's from Connecticut. She has got a new business venture.
Righto.
Her first business venture was doing a blow-off in a jar.
Right.
I read this.
And selling it.
Yep.
So she
How
made
many did you buy,
truckload.
Sean?
Yeah.
Well, the fact is, that
The
was her
postage
first
killed
business.
you.
But Nathan, she
had to give that up
because she'd run out of farts.
No, because
she ran out of jars.
Because it gave her heart attack symptoms.
Oh, okay.
Because she was forcing it
She
too
was
much.
doing it so much.
Because it's fine when you're doing it for money, but when for fun. But when you're doing it for money, it becomes a chore, Sean.
It
I
landed,
get it.
it
I
landed
totally get it now.
her in hospital in January. She's now turned to a new product. She, and all girls listening right now, this is an amazing idea because I think you can all do it. She's now making $7,000 a day.
A day?
for selling bottles of her boob sweat.
Can I just say, Amy, our producer, her ears perked up when you said $7,000 a day.
Amy,
Hang
get
on a second.
over here, Amy.
We have an alternate revenue stream.
Let me tell you about it. Amy's always looking to make a quick buck.
Tell me more, Nathan.
Okay, so she says putting a jar together just takes her about 15 minutes. She spends up to 4 hours each day lounging by her pool to get the desired perspiration levels.
So what? So she sweats from and collects the sweat from under her boobs.
Yeah. And there's just little vials.
She's getting enough.
Yes, she gets some. She can claim 10 bottles a day. She can fill 10 bottles a day.
She's got some sweaty boobs.
Yeah. She said, "Look, I love sitting by the pool, but it's also hard work. Don't be fooled. I also have a great set of breasts. And this is the gross, disgusting part. Why I think some men are just foul because I'm guessing men are buying this.
What? Why would you think that?
She said, and smelling the sweat, licking the sweat would bring fans as close as they can to get to them."
Right.
To get to the boobs.
So presumably there's a picture of the boobs.
With her body on. She's an OnlyFans type of situation.
Yes. So that this is like
a scratch and sniff situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can vary how long it takes to fill up a jar, as it depends on several scientific factors, mainly the heat, the movement, and how hydrated I am. So she just sits there, drinks water, sweats from her boobs, collects the sweat, $7,000 a week. Amy, talk to me.
You do worse for less, wouldn't you? You do worse for less.
Is the time 4 hours?
The only issue with this is I don't really have big boobs, so I don't know how.
But you can reduce the size of the bottles and just sweat more. I suppose, Amy, but you do exercise, so you'd have that.
Okay. Tick.
Then you could get a heat lamp or two.
Yes.
So then you've got those.
There you go. So you could get a photo of yourself in your gym get-up, some kind of full-on stuff, and then put that up, and then go sell gym sweat off your rig.
Oh, yeah, from your sweats.
I did it for a couple of...
Amy's gym sweats.
But I mean, I don't know what men prefer. I'm going to look at you, Shaun.
Yes.
Like, would butt crack sweat do it for you as well?
Well, let's get Harry involved here too. Harry, get in here. So, Harry, what would you prefer, boob sweat or butt crack
Matt's
sweat?
speaking my language now.
Shaun? I reckon the butt crack sweat
is a better product.
Yeah.
No!
I mean, it's probably harder to collect because you've got to kind of sit on the vial.
From what I can tell, and I haven't had much experience, the boobs are the clean part.
Yeah, but men are dirty.
Yes.
So
they are dirty.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
Amy,
we don't want to flood the market, but girls, get on board.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
The mid-season draft takes place later today in the AFL, and it's a good chance for the West Coast Eagles to pick a player and get somebody of value for the next few years. That player is likely to be Jai Culley. He's from the Dandenong Stingrays, and he missed out on last year's draft, but he went over the pre-season and just went, right, I obviously got stuff to work on.
Yeah,
and
knuckle down.
Trained a couple of times a day in between working at Charcoal Chicken.
And Cole's has got a coal shift as well.
Double job.
Can I just say, it's a really weird thing, isn't it? Because you are the top draft pick, right? And you've worked your career and you've done really well, and you're rewarded by going to the bottom team.
Yeah. That is so true.
That is so messed up, isn't it? It's like, oh my God, that's so unfair.
Yeah, think about the NBA now. So the worst teams in the competition get their name put in a chook lotto thing.
Yeah.
They picked it out, and whoever wins that
I know.
gets to pick
that
the
is
very best player
fundamentally
that goes to the worst ever team.
As a player, you want to be on the radar but not show too much promise to go to a good team so then you can break out what you really like and star. I mean, that's a strategic way to play it.
Yeah, it is a straight.
Unless you just miss it by a fraction and end up not being drafted, which is kind of what happened to this kid.
You just make sure that you're on, you're good, but you're not being all you can be, and you know you're the best.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. Definitely. So all the teams have got the opportunity to pick up a player today. Not all of them will take place. Fremantle, I didn't think would, but they're going to look at a couple of players to add to their team. Not that they need it at this present time, but West Coast certainly do. So this guy can certainly help them. He's 192 centimetres. It's probably about your height, Nate. So it's a good size.
Can we have the ones that if Freo don't pick him up? Can we have that one as well?
Yeah. Dirksen. He plays for Peel Thunder. He's not bad actually. He's got the X factor. They say.
Oh.
Yeah, they got the X factor.
I mean, they say that, but they didn't get picked up in the main draft last season, so
Yeah, a lot of these guys have come off injuries.
Yeah, okay.
People mature at different stages. I always find it really strange in AFL settings that still, to this day, guys who are between, I don't know, when you hit 23 and 24, 25, they overlook them.
They consider them senior citizens. Yeah.
They should be given an opportunity because they can really help your team. And the West Coast Eagles at this point in time,
take anyone.
Some of these guys could help their team be better for the short term. And what are you looking to get out of them? 3 years?
Yeah.
Who cares?
That's right. 3 good years, and then they leave, and you've got draft someone else.
That's the way a lot of people look at marriages.
100%, mate. Get in there.
3 good years out of it.
That'll do. Look, let's not lie.
Get the chainsaw out, cut up half, give it one side, you take the other. Away you go. So, anyway, it's going to be a big day. We look forward to seeing what the outcome is. But Jai Cully seems to be heading West Coast way.
Yeah, he's got the dreadies. He's not getting rid of them, he said.
No.
They're a part of his...
Crowd's going to love him.
Yep. He'll stick out anyway. That's good. And he'll be playing on Saturday. So that's the way it's going to work.
Yeah. This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Well, we're doing something really important right now. Australia has been raving about a new product out there to the point where it has been sold out and really hard to get. And finally, I was able to nab a loaf yesterday of scone loaf.
I've not heard anybody speak of it.
Oh,
I've seen it
everywhere.
I actually tried to get some at our boys down the road.
Yeah,
right.
It wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah, it's hot property. $5.50 a loaf from Coles and Woolworths, but you have to get in quick because it's never in there.
They only make 2 loaves.
Now, the reason why is that we were at Crown and we had our Prosecco pop-up lounge there, and then we had scones while we were there. And remember, we were obsessed by the scones because I hadn't had scones for so long. So I'm all up about scones at the moment. So we've got some scone toast, and we thought we were going to try it because it better taste like scones. Remember that crumpet toast they brought out that time? Didn't taste like crumpet.
No, it didn't.
Or toast.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so
So I've just got the Vegemite because I don't do the other stuff.
Okay, so you guys are you're doing Vegemite.
I'll have a bar of
and
Vegemite.
When you think about it, Vegemite doesn't go with scone, does it?
You can savoury up a scone. It's kind of just like dense bread.
No, but it's got that sweet scone taste to it.
I don't think it belongs with Vegemite.
Maybe
I love it with Vegemite. You got honey.
Try the honey. You try the honey now. And Nathan, you've got
jam and
cream.
Want a bit jam and cream?
No, thanks. I don't need that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Like jam and cream.
I don't do fruit. Remember on spreads. Okay, you found the winner. I guess it
don't
goes
know
naturally.
if it's just the jam and cream.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, the honey's nice. I think I'm not sure about the vessel.
On the scone bit. Harry, you're eating it too.
It's just toast. It's just toast.
Is it just toast?
This is a raw. They got us again.
When you put jam and cream on it, it's delicious.
But I would never put jam and cream on toast.
I've got a honey one too, and it just tastes like honey on toast as well.
So wait, maybe we just eat the toast bit.
Okay.
It seems to be thick toast that they're
just
charging us more for.
Slight thickened toast. It's
sweetened toast.
Still toast.
It tastes like slightly sweet toast.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go out of my way to find it if it's so rare.
$5.50. Limited time only. Damn. Wish it was over before I began.
So we're visually branding it a fizzer?
No, it's okay. It's not bad. It's delicious. But just buy $3 bread and...
Yeah.
What you need to do.
Yeah, I think invest in the jam and or cream.
Oh, jam and cream. Just pile that in your mouth. Forget the toast. It's probably healthier.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.